there, Sagittarius. How are you this evening? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for the 11th, 12th, and 13th of April, which I believe, I hope, is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to do it like we always do. I will call out all 12 signs. I'll pull 2 cards for each. Whoever comes to your mind when I call out the sign is who we're talking about. It gives you some sort of a glimpse into the current dynamic between you and that person, okay? At the bottom, I'll pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It gives you some kind of a heads up as to what could be coming towards you this weekend, hopefully to help you navigate it more seamlessly or more wonderfully, okay? All right, this one's going to be for my Sagittariuses. Okay, here we go then. If you're a Sagittarius currently dealing with an Aries, I've got the Knight of Wands and the Moon. Somebody lost their temper here. They said something stupid. I don't know. Somebody lost their temper, and they did it out of insecurity over something that they felt like they felt like something was being kept from them, and for that reason, they got defensive and they lost their temper and then spouted off. I don't know if their fear or insecurity was actually grounded, though. This was some kind of friendship, possibly a situationship. I don't feel like this was being built on a sturdy foundation to start with, so this is a bit, there you go. I don't think anybody's losing a lot of sleep over whatever happened here, but it's a little bit unnerving, right? It just didn't quite meet up in the middle, it looks like. I don't know. Okay, if you are a Sagittarius currently dealing with a Taurus, I have the Queen of Cups and the 8 of Swords. Okay, so this Taurus is viewing you as somebody who's having a very hard time holding up your boundaries, okay? You're very nurturing, very loving, but you just can't seem to hold your boundaries up against somebody. You're all up in your head. I mean, you're restricted by your thoughts right now. There's a lot of insecurity here so far in these two. It's possible that this issue that you're having is with the Taurus, but yeah, it's possible. Okay. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Gemini, I have the 5 of Pentacles and the Empress. So the Gemini is viewing you as the Empress, but they're viewing you as being left out in the cold. So I get the feeling that this Gemini would love to have something with you, something romantic possibly to jump off with you. I feel like right now they're just a friend. So they are waiting and hoping for a shot. They feel like you are the whole deal, whole enchilada, male or female, doesn't matter, just an energy. But they feel as though somebody else has taken advantage of you and left you out in the cold. They're hoping to make their move, it looks like. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Cancer, I have the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Well, for one thing, you and the Cancer are both in your masculine, so that makes the dynamic a little bit more difficult to deal with. You're coming through as the King of Wands, the Cancer's coming through as the King of Cups, so at least you're both in your elements. You're just 2 very different people. If this is a familial connection, meaning if this is somebody that you've grown up with, somebody that's your family, then it's not so tough, but because you have to get along with them, right? I don't believe this one's romantic at all, but if it's a friendship that's constantly tense, it feels like. There's still plenty of loyalty, but it is tense. There's no yin and yang here. It's all one way. You know what I'm saying? If you are who am I on? Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, I have the 8 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. This Leo is viewing you as somebody who has a ton of options and somebody who, although there is still emotion between the 2 of you, you're choosing to walk away. You just feel like this is not the right fit. There's something better for you out there, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Virgo, I have the Wheel of Fortune, and I gotta get 1 card, and the World. So this Virgo feels as though the cycle between the 2 of you is closing out. And as painful as it might be, I do feel like this tried to be romantic here. As painful as that might seem, this Virgo feels as though the 2 of you are both going in a better direction away from each other. Like just together, the 2 of you became toxic, but alone or separate, you guys are not. So there you go. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Libra, I have the Knight of Swords and the Lovers. So this Libra, this could be romantic or it could be a situationship. This Libra feels like they don't know where they stand with you is what's happening here. I do feel like this is at the very least a situationship. Then nobody's sure if it's going forward or not. With the Knight of Swords, this Libra is trying to gain clarity on this situation. They want to know where they stand. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Scorpio, I have the Six of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So you and the Scorpio have a ton of history. This feels like something that's been very hot and cold, whether this is romantic or a friendship. You guys are best friends, then you don't talk. Or you guys are hot and heavy, and then you don't talk to each other anymore. There's a lot of in and out in this situation. At this point, you guys seem to be somewhat on the outs, and you're trying to decide whether or not you want to reinvest in them, as are they with you. So this is up in the air. That's how I see it. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with another Sagittarius, so you're talking to yourself. We have Three of Cups and the Hangman. I think you're telling yourself you need to slow it down a little bit, slow your roll. Looks like you're partying a little bit much, and it's making you feel a little bit stuck. Too many options, maybe, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Capricorn, I have the Two of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So you are definitely very independent as far as this Capricorn is concerned. They like that about you. They find you to be incredibly indecisive, though, or non-committal, one or both of those. Possibly you're just very independent and non-committal, not looking to be tied down, okay? If you are a Sagittarius dealing with an Aquarius, I get the second Lovers because there's two in this deck, and the Ace of Pentacles. So the Aquarius is viewing you as somebody who is facing a ton of confusion when it comes to love. There's new opportunities coming at you constantly, and you're having a very hard time navigating all of that, it looks like. If you are a Sagittarius dealing with a Pisces, I've got the Tower and the Knight of Cups. So this Pisces is viewing you as somebody who's had the Tower fall down around you here as of late, or whatever. It just happened, maybe. Your world seems to be crashing down. They would love to ride in like the knight in shining armor and save the day. Some of you could be on board for this. It's possible. Maybe. But you got a lot of opportunity out here right now. Very hot property, it looks like, for you right now. You are the one everybody wants to play with or something, or tie down, one of the two. Okay, let's keep going. What do you got for Friday? Friday, I've got the Five of Wands to the Hierophant. So there's some sort of a commitment here. Whatever went wrong up here, I think, with the Aries and the Taurus, I don't know. There's something here that you feel like there's a sense of competition within, and you don't like to lose. I don't know that higher levels of commitment or whatever should be based on competition, but that is how you're viewing it, it looks like. Or something you thought you were already in a commitment with, there's competition for. I don't know. Okay, Saturday, I've got the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So you think that you have found your wish fulfillment, and for some reason it's stressing you out on Saturday. On Sunday, I have the King of Swords, and then the Four of Pentacles. Possibly by Sunday, you have discovered that this situation is somewhat toxic, and maybe you should let it go, but you're not. You're hanging on for dear life. You are trying to look at it from more of an analytical or a logical standpoint than an emotional one, but whatever it is, I don't think it's quite played out yet. There you go. That's what I got for this week, Sagittarius, but you have plenty of options if you decide to walk away from whatever you're in right now, because there seems to be a lot of people who would love to be with you, okay? I should be back with a reading no later than Sunday, if not sooner. If you guys are looking for a private reading, just send me a message and I'll get you the details. That's it. All right, y'all. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is. Good weekend. Okay? Take care. That clicker, come on.